Yo, what's up, guys? Today's Thursday, December 4th. Coming at you with a little shoulder day action. For shoulders, we're hitting cables here. We're doing rear delts, and then we're doing side delts, lateral delts. And that's it. We're just doing 2 exercises. When we're doing single arm, it ends up being like 4 exercises for how long it takes. The rep scheme is gonna go about I don't know, like 4 to 6, and then it's a drop set, something like that, and then 4 to 6, and then drop it down, something lighter, and then do a burnout set to complete failure. And then you'll see right there, I just increased the weight a lot, really heavy. So this is where I'm just doing heavy negative. So the first 2 sets are almost just like a pre-exhaustion set or sets. Dude, and these right here, the tension is absolutely insane. It should feel like you're gonna rip your muscle off the bone. That's like the cue I think about in my mind when I'm lifting here. Just rip the muscle off the bone, and then I'll do 2 more drop set of the negatives here. So this is I think this is the second drop set of the negative only, and then I think I do another drop set of negative only. And then I'll do like a rest. I think I'll do a rest and then do another set of normal reps. Just really burn it out. I just saw a Greg Doucette video about Jeff Nippard and some science-based lifting the other day. I think it was yesterday. Anyway, this because there was another guy that did some study about like training half the body, like one side of the body was doing science-based lifting, the other side was basically just go as hard as you can. And this guy's scientific conclusion was that it was almost no difference or a negligible difference on science-backed training versus just going ham. Which I think is funny because he's using like the methodology of science and specific science to debunk the fact that you need to be lifting in a quote-unquote scientific backed training, which I just think that's funny. However, the conclusion from the video I'm trying to get at is that you may watch me here be doing some of these reps and they're looking ugly. They're looking so ugly. The form isn't the greatest. The range of motion is very little. Oh, by the way, these static holds right here, dude, are insane. If you guys are ever doing some shoulders at the end, like your last set, if you ever do a burnout set, dude, try and do a static hold on something that's like an immovable object, dude. It's insane, dude. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here, man, is it's not about taking the muscle through the full range of motion. Whack. That's whack, man. It's about whether or not you are connecting your mind to your muscle, and if you feel the tension on your muscle, and then once you get that, it's just go as hard as possible, man. It's just take the engine to the red line and red line it as long as you can, and that's it. So I'm talking about this just because the other day, from another one of my videos on Saturday, some guy commented. It's like the first time people are commenting on my videos. It's great, dude. And I appreciate anyone who's watching, dude. I really do. It means a lot. The guy's comment was like, you got to be taking your full range of motion. I was doing curls, and he's like, you should be doing full range of motion, man. Like, not these quarter reps, 1/4 reps. But the point I'm trying to make with what I'm talking about, the video, dude, that I saw, which if you see this, if you watch my video, dude, you probably have seen this Greg Doucette video. Anyway, the point being that, dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're doing full perfect range of motion, slow and controlled, or if I'm doing a half rep or even a quarter rep. What matters is that is how hard you're going, dude. So if I'm going 10 times as hard as you are, and now this doesn't have to, this doesn't mean weights, okay? It doesn't mean like, oh, I'm benching, let's say I'm benching 275, right? For a set of 6 or 7 or 8. And that means I'm going harder than you if you're only benching 135 for like a set of 4, okay? That's not what I'm saying. The point is that if I'm training 10 times harder than you, I'm going to get better results than you, even if you're doing slow, perfect, controlled reps through the full range of motion. That's whack, man. What matters is how hard you're training. So if I see someone in the gym, dude, who hasn't been training for very long, let's say less than a year, and they're not even strong, okay, relative terms, okay? Let's say their max bench press on 135 on one plate on bench press. Yeah, so here's the side delts. It's the same rep scheme. I'm just gonna go on a rant here. If you see someone in the gym who's been lifting less than a year, dude, and they can only bench press 135 for a set of 6, that's their max set. And I'm like doing 225 for a slow, controlled like 10, and I have like reps in reserve. The guy who's going as hard as he can to get 6 reps for 135, and he's grinding out the last rep. He's screaming, he's just grinding it out, dude. Or even let's say he's doing quarter reps or half repping the 135, but he's going as hard as he possibly can. That guy is training harder than me doing the 225. The guy who's grinding out the reps, dude, at 135, even if they may be half or quarter reps, that guy is more hardcore than anyone else in the gym, just based on how hard he's training. And that's the point I really want to like hammer with this rant today is, dude, it just, you got to be going ham, you got to be going hard, dude. And really, I hope you don't care about like what other people are thinking of you in the gym, dude, because a lot of the time, I think a lot of people are lifting in like a performative way, like especially if you've been lifting for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. There can be some people in like the science lifting community that are like, especially in commercial gyms, dude, you'll see some dudes being like, oh, dude, look at my control, dude. Look at this range of motion. Look how good my form is, dude. And then you'll see me over on the side, dude, doing these like ugly ass reps, quarter reps, half reps, dude. And I'm just like, screaming or whatever, making too much noise. And they'll look down on people who lift like that, who are the quote unquote ego lifters or like lifting like an idiot. But the fact is, dude, when it comes down to it, dude, I have more muscle. I will have gained more muscle training the way that I train, as opposed to the guy who's slow and controlled and has great form. Whack. That's so whack, dude. The only like caveat I have to say about the ego lifting is that it's dependent upon you connecting your mind to your muscle, and that the load and the tension of the weight is on the muscle. As long as that you meet that threshold and you're not like quote unquote like lifting with your joints, as long as you meet that threshold, dude, go as hard as you can, dude. Like seriously, go as hard as you possibly can, man. Yeah, so that's I don't know, that's really what was on my mind today, dude. And these negatives, dude, are insane. Like, look, these reps, like, dude, a lot of people would say, like, look, I'm just throwing the weight up. It looks ugly, dude. But I'll tell you what, man. When you have the tension on the muscle, dude, and you know what you're doing, going ham like this is how you're gonna get maximum gains, dude. It's how you do it. It really is, because in my opinion, again, dude, science-based lifting is only going to get you, 80 to 90% of your maximum genetic potential. Now, I'll tell you what, most people if you get 80 to 90% of your genetic potential, you're probably not only a 1% physique, dude, you're probably like a top 10% of the people in their 1%, right? So I don't want to be like, oh, you can't, you know, it's an absolute, oh, you can't build any muscle doing the science back way. Okay, that's not what I want to say. But I do want to say, if you want to get the last 10%, you know, 80 to 90%, if you want to get that last 10 to 20% of your genetic potential, if you want to squeeze that out, you're gonna have to just start training ham, dude. You have to. That's an absolute statement. And I really believe in that. And you have to train heavy, man. You have to train really heavy as well. So that's really all I got today, man. I appreciate everyone watching. If you're subscribed, dude, that's huge. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed, man. I really do. And I'm hoping to take this channel into the stratosphere, man. So appreciate it, guys. Catch you on the flip.
How do you